Welcome, beautiful people. I am extremely happy today because Dr. Mona is here with me. We met in Mind Valley and she left such a wonderful impression on me. She has such an angelic energy and I just would like you to know her story and what she's doing. Mona, welcome and yeah, share your story with us.
Hi everyone. Thank you. I'm very happy for being here and to talk with you. Well, my story, it's long, but I will make it short. I was born like you in Serbia. It's a beautiful country, but we've been through a lot. Bombing of our country. My parents got divorced, and I got cancer when I was 13. So until I was 13, almost everything happened in my life. Very stressful things, and it's such an impact on a child. So I think I recovered from those traumas and negative emotions years that like 4 years. I think it was like 10 years when I realized, okay, you should hug yourself, your story, everything that happened to you. And then, okay, I was like, okay, we will do this. And then my story, at that time, I finished my medicine school, medicine faculty. And then, yeah, I start to work on my inner child, on myself, on a spiritual level, very intense. And now I'm here to help others to do the same.
Mona, you're an MD, right?
Yeah.
But you practice holistical medicine, right? And you're very well aware of the theory of oneness and the energy and everything that flows between us. Would you like to share a little bit about that? What is holistical medicine? How do you practice it? And why did you decide to take that turn instead of the classical medicine?
Yes. Well, that holistic medicine helped me because that's the medicine that says that everything is important for us. Our, our inner world, our mind, our emotion, our spiritual life, everything matters if we want to be healthy, if we want to, live long and happy. So I was not healed when I healed from my cancer when I got that operation of my right eye. I got healed when I was in the position that I, step out when I was talking to people and when I told them, hey, this is what happened to me. I've been through a lot. This is my story. This is how I felt. This was me, with low confidence, so much insecurities, feelings that I'm not enough. So that was something that I was, those emotions, I was healing from that, not just from my trauma, like physical pain or such things. Um, those emotions, negative, toxic emotions, or that was the hard part for me to heal. So that's the starting point for myself when I started to work with people. That I go deep with them in their stories, just to remind them that those emotions that they have, the way they look on themselves, on their story, their beliefs, it will bring more joy or life, or health in their life, or it will be something that will destroy them completely.
So it's a lot about our emotional state and also about our mindset, right?
Yes.
I read somewhere that
Um,
Mhm,
And it's a lot about our energy and our frequency, our vibrational state of being.
mhm,
So it's about that. And emotion, or the way we think, it creates a message. It's not a verbal message, it's an energy message for everyone
mhm, mhm.
and the universe itself.
And when we find ourselves on the low level energy frequencies, we can't be the best version of ourselves, and our body reacts, right? So a lot of illnesses are actually the result of the previous trauma we experienced, even maybe the generational trauma we have in our DNA, right?
Yeah.
And what are the best ways to increase the energy frequency to
Yeah.
be in a love and above state?
Yeah, it depends, which states are you now? Are
Mhm,
you now?
mhm,
I recently I told one person, on the daily level, uh, the things that increase my energy are cacao and are music and good book, also essential oils. So that small things in one day can impact your whole day, because it will help you to to leave behind some heavy thoughts, emotions that you're dealing. So help yourself, clean the house, go take a shower, massage yourself, take that essential oils. Maybe you would love to to smell rosemary or rose, or something that will absolutely um, shift your energy, and you will take it will bring you joy, it will bring you peace, do your meditation or yoga practice and so on, and your day will not just be better, your frequency will rise, your frequency will be something that will attract in your life, good people, something good will happen. It will, like, you are a magnet, and we should all think of ourselves like that. You are a magnet, and everything you should do on a daily level is to take care of that energy, of that frequency vibration that will you will bring into your day.
yeah, and I'm smiling again because we recorded an interview in Serbian just a while ago, and I told you I just recorded the video which is going to stream live this the night, and you are again talking about things I said in that video, so you have to watch my live in Serbian tonight. It's already recorded. It's very funny how we actually have a very similar way of thinking about this, because I also had health challenges and I healed in the monastery and I understood and went on the Human Universal Academy of Energy and worked on myself. But these simple things in life are very simple, and that is something we can do always. I find myself finding joy every time when I'm close to water, for example. So even if I can go close to Danube, which is very close here, I have a bubble bath or something like that. It really, really helps me. And I believe it's very, very important to be in that spiraling up emotional state when we are on the higher frequency levels of joy and love. And if we experience low level energies that actually might not be ours, this is what I have discovered as an empath. I'm taking on the emotions of other people, so I'm now even aware to recognize, okay, this is not mine. So what I tend to do then is actually watch a video from, for example, Regan Hillier later, these days, because her energy is helping me to get back there. Is it possible that we, since we are all connected and everything is energy, we're actually taking on the energy of other people? And how we can recognize, I mean, I do that intuitively, but how we can recognize and say, hey, this is not my energy, it's not how I feel exactly.
Yes, of course. Yes, we can collect energies during the day, you know, in the bus or in the street. So yes, it is true. So we should cleanse ourselves with, you know, or the water, you know, sage, uh, everything you have in your home. It will be great that you have those, you know, tools to clean your energy.
Energy
Yeah.
body, yeah.
That's true, and there are, you know, things that will evoke some energies that are deeply inserted in your DNA. So it's maybe when you get angry and or you're on that lower level of, you know, vibrating, you will notice that you are saying some sentences or something that your father or mother would tell in the fight, or maybe maybe you will hear that you're the same like your grandmother, or
Oh my
you
God,
will
they sound like him.
yeah, yeah. So that's another thing, you know, to dive into, because that's also not you. uh, um, you know, um, in life we should be dedicated to discover ourselves, because of course we are a lot like our mother, father, grandparents, or you know, uh,
Way back ancestors.
way back. We should discover ourselves, and I think the best way to discover ourselves is to the I call it the way of heart way, you know. When we connect on our heart and our heart desires, that's not that desire is not like some basic desires. It's very unique, it's very gentle, it's very special desire that's always in our heart. That desire that you had it probably when you were young girl, or and now, you know, it's desire that's always there. Maybe we should, you know, be more gentle with ourselves, be dedicated to be, you know, in the state of peace and calmness during the day, just to feel our heart,
Mhm.
because that's the greatest magnet of all. In all our body, maybe we think our brain is the, you know, our best tool to attract, to manifest. No, it's actually a heart. And when we switch that you know, uh,
Attention from our
attention
mind to our heart and allow
to
our
our,
to.
then a really a big magic, really great transformation happen.
That's what changed my life, definitely. As you said, I always loved to learn. I was a geek and scientific person until I discovered the whole different world, right? And
Yeah.
I think we share the same purpose. You know, we're helping people just in different ways. And I believe that's one of not only purposes, but these gentle desires that we always had. And people like, if I may say, us are like light workers, or however we want to. I don't like labeling that, but you can feel that. Everyone can feel that. So yeah. When we talk about a healthy lifestyle, for example, when we recorded our interview in Serbian, you mentioned not everything is for everyone, right? So, what is exactly healthy lifestyle and how you can help people not only heal holistically, but also after healing some medical problem, establish a new healthy lifestyle and keep the body healthy and the mind and the heart and everything else?
Yes, yes. I think people should connect on their selves more, and to feel themselves. I mean, you know, people don't actually feel their body and needs. Maybe that needs that we think is a need. It's actually, you know, hormones, or you know, our maybe not so healthy microbiome of our guts. So when we feel our body correctly, then we definitely make good choices for us, and we make a good lifestyle for us. Uh, but also, I think that connection also starts in our heart. And when we spend time with ourselves alone, when we, absolutely, uh, feel our feet, our hands, our face, skin, it all starts with that. Connect on yourself, connect on your body, because you have that body with purpose. We are not birds, we are not deers, we are not grass or trees. We have this special body. We are all energy, but our energy is in one special body.
Mhm.
And we should think as we are instruments. We are instrument that will, of course, communicate and download that um, uh, divine forces, and that
Mhm.
very high
Mhm.
frequencies,
Mhm.
that we all think that's something above us, that's something much greater than us. But we are all one with that already. We are all like in one field, so it's not somewhere so far away from us, and we want to attract them, we want to communicate with something so far away.
It's actually in us.
It's in
It's
us, and we
actually in
are
us.
that, and that great thing is us. So it's so we are so close with that forces.
Mhm.
But we must, it has a lot with our senses, because our eyes, ears, smell, taste, and so on. Maybe it's for that. Spiritual growth, it may be, it can be something that will distract us from to feel that powerful forces, and to feel like wholeness with all of that. So we should be in like meditative state. We should be calm, we should pay attention to our physical body, to be to work like to feel ourselves, and to think of ourselves like an instruments.
Mhm.
Because like I said, we are special. Our design, like our human design, is
It's
very
the most
special.
perfect. We are the
Yeah,
most perfect creatures on
yeah.
earth,
So
right?
that's the starting point for your healthy lifestyle.
Mm.
If you're now in some problem, if you're in some condition now, you will have for the next, I don't know, 2 months, you will have one sort of lifestyle. And for the next 3 months, 6 months, you will have, you know,
A
some other
different life.
lifestyle that will support your growth. And
Mhm.
you should be able to recognize, okay, this is one thing, and now I'm able to, to step in this another, set of
And
routine.
and it's very beautiful because it's dynamic, right?
Y-
It's
Yeah, and
it's not
that's
always the same, and it's
not
not getting boring.
not
Bored, right?
untasty.
Yeah, exactly. It's changing and we're
Yeah.
growing. But correct me if I'm wrong. What I feel and what I have seen is that people are very um, unaware and on the low level of consciousness to actually understand the message of oneness and different levels of consciousness and the universe downloads and everything, all these beautiful things that we actually just talked about. Um, there are so many resources and we can all learn about that, but there is one fact: we are divine, and every single one of us has a purpose, whatever it is. And on top of that is only love as the main source of our existence. So, if every single person in the world realizes this, find a peace in themselves, there would be no needs for conflicts. There would be no competition. It would be only collaboration, right? And we could co create because there is abundance in the world and there is everything already exists and enough for everyone. But I think this message has to be louder so that people really realize and at least start to question the way they're living, the way they're thinking. And when we say 5D or whatever the label is, they just don't understand. So I think that a little bit of education and a little bit of, this voice being louder in this field is very important. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts about this? Because you have such a beautiful way of delivering this message, and I think you might be actually a thought leader in this field. So help the world, little helper.
Thank you very much. I think, people cannot feel that oneness if they feel separate from it. It like in Serbian, it's the term is odcepljenost.
Mhm,
I don't know how to translate it in English, but
mhm.
when you, of course, if you feel separate, from you are not connected on the Mother Earth, or you feel like, that's like the feeling of loneliness, like you're alone, you're here from your, you don't really have helpers from another, another realms or another
Another
reality.
dimension. Speak freely.
Uh,
This is launching in the world where people understand.
you can feel that connection with God, or you can call it God field or whatever. But then of course you cannot feel oneness and connecting, and you cannot feel connected with your partner or your kids or your community. Of course you cannot feel that. So it all begins with first chakra in holistic medicine, and for me, when you know how to connect with the Mother Earth, with the energy of our our planet, or that magnets that's in deep down in the like in the center of the earth, those forces are enormous. That energy, we cannot imagine that power that lies beneath our feet. So if we can only maybe do one practice a day for to feel connected, it will be a great game changer. Just feel that first chakra, it's like between our legs, like at the beginning of the spine. So it's like one red ball that we can imagine. It's like fireball,
Mhm,
and then we can it's like visualization. When you can from that ball, you should imagine like there are roots that will go through our legs, deep down in the core of the Mother Earth.
mhm,
Like you imagine like you are a tree,
mhm,
and you can connect with your feet deep down in that energy pool, in that energy field that's enormous.
mhm,
And then calm your heartbeat and the way you are breathing. And then when you feel that calmness just with the one inspiration,
mhm,
then you can bring that energy back to your first chakra, with your first energy center, and that you will feel absolutely connected with that force. Somebody can feel even ticklings, or like that they are like they feel heat, or something like really sensation in their bodies, and then that's a lot of energy. Then you can bring up to your other energy centers, and then you can swim like in that energy.
mhm.
So that's the great starting points to just feel connected with the Mother Earth. Of course, I think that if we really go to the walk in the nature, like you said, you like to go to be near the water. When we feel that it's a grounding,
It's
so
a
you can
grounding. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
grounding, so you can leave your shoes and walk barefoot on the ground. So it's a grounding, and that you feel that we are all with the same, that the same elements you can find in the nature, the same elements are in our body. So just feel oneness first with the nature, with the Mother Earth, with the field, with the universe, and of course it will bring you that connection with the people.
And it will bring peace.
Yeah, of course.
I often do this exercise of grounding with the center of the earth, and honestly, the more I do that, it's more and more hot every single time. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's very, very useful, especially if I need to do public speaking or some kind of an event or anything. I need to be grounded, and this is something which I practice. I'm so grateful that you shared that on my podcast, because I know from my personal experience how really valuable it is when we ground ourselves in the present moment and feel like a part, and we are nature. Like, we are nature. Everything else is just a construct and we created it. I said that million times. Jobs, computers, cars, cities, we made that. That's not life, right? So we now need to learn to live in that contrast of being a nature and part of the nature and living in the system we created ourselves. But yeah, well, civilization is moving forward. Anyway, if people would like to work with you and they would like to find you somewhere, what would be the best
yeah.
source?
Well, you will help me that LinkedIn is the best source for finding me.
Well, you don't have a choice.
Yes. Then of course we have Instagram, my web page, website, uh, Facebook, and so on. So it's really easy to find me. Well,
I will leave the links in the description
yeah, yeah, of
uh,
course. Thank
of
you.
the podcast so
Yeah,
people can find you. Thank you so, so much for being my guest. I truly, truly enjoyed, and I hope you did too. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye. Ciao.